How's it going, guys? My name is Tavarish, and today we're going to find out if my cheap Lamborghini is any faster after tuning it for the last 5 days. Spoiler alert. Whoa! So if you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys like it, and if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. This is my 2008 Lamborghini Gallardo Spider, and if you don't know or haven't seen any of my other videos, then you can check out the playlist right up here. Now, this car has been at the dyno shop, at my friend Eric Cruz's dyno shop, for the last 5 days. I just took it off the trailer, and I'm really anxious and nervous to actually get this thing driving and on the road, because we haven't done any road tuning, we haven't done any road testing, we've just put it on the dyno, and it's been doing its rounds there. Now, the only thing I have done after taking off the trailer is replace the exhaust tips here. I used to have these pretty big exhaust tips, like 9-inch, and they had this blue flame, which looks cool to some people, but to some other people it might not work. So I just got these. These are 5-inch, and 5-inch I think will fit our purposes because the bumper comes out around here and they don't protrude too far out of the bumper, and that won't give me an issue with looking like a Bosuzoku car. But this car it performed very admirably. On the dyno test, when we did the power runs, it actually made 620 horsepower and around 470 torque at the rear wheels. Now, that is a Mustang dyno, and a few of you have been telling me that, well, this car actually isn't that fast, and they were expecting more power. Here's the thing with the dyno numbers. This car, when it was brand new, bone stock, this would have made on that same dyno around 350 wheel horsepower. We have essentially doubled the power that comes out of this car by adding the twin turbo system and redoing the fueling, and also the amazing tuning job that Eric did. So this is not just a little bit overstock. This is basically double stock. So this has, let's say, around 900 crank horsepower. That's what the engine puts out, and this is going to be a handful indeed, especially because this is the low power setting. I have plans to do more boost and E85 to make more power. We want to get to that 1000 horsepower mark, but right now around 900 horsepower, that should be plenty fun indeed. But the thing I'm most concerned about on this car is not when it goes fast. I already know it can do that. It sounds lovely, and it's very loud, and I'm sure it's very quick. But when it goes slowly, you see, this car had a problem with drivability, and drivability is the #1 thing you need in a car because, well, you sort of need to drive it. It's not just going to be a quarter-mile or a half-mile car. So I want to make sure that it can drive in low speeds, and then we'll do baby steps and work our way up to the higher speeds and see what kind of boost, or what 10 pounds of boost on an accurately fueled system actually feels like. So I am a little bit nervous because I still am in rear-wheel drive mode. I haven't connected the drive shaft, so we might get a little bit of a slippy slidey situation with these. These are really good Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. They're brand new, but they're not exactly meant for really high horsepower applications, and especially when all those ponies are going to the rear wheels. But without further ado, let's start driving. All right, I hope you excuse the mess here. It is extremely hot. There is no breeze, and it feels like it's 100 million degrees outside. But the car should perform just as well as it did in Tampa, because in Tampa, where I tuned the car, it was actually hotter than it is today. But just in case, I brought a little protection here. So you definitely need one of these when you're driving a Lamborghini, especially one that you built in your garage. So let's get this puppy started. So the AC does not work in this car, but the fan is giving me a little relief. Fine. I think since we have the top up or the top down, we're just gonna get some natural AC. Also, this thing is gonna be yelling at me the entire time because I have the top not secure, The top is secure enough, but the computer doesn't know that, so it's just going to be yelling at me. So if you hear it beeping, I apologize. So one of the things that I was really worried about in this car was the drivability, and from a stop. This clutch is very, very grabby, but since I actually have the ability to rev and hold the rev, I can actually manage the clutch okay. So I noticed that if I give it just a little bit of throttle and then try to slip the clutch, it's quite easy. It's quite easy to drive this car. Now, the one thing I'm mainly concerned about is drivability. This stuff, this going 10 miles an hour, and this still might need a little bit of smoothing out, but for now, it's actually very, very drivable. Because even though I don't want to daily drive this car, I think it's definitely a road trip car. I don't want this to be an A to A car. I want to be an A to B car, and perhaps maybe even to C. So, low throttle into third. Seems fine. So the RPMs kind of go up a little bit if I let go of the throttle before it has a chance to come back down. I'm not sure if that made any sense, but that will just need to be fine-tuned in the software. That's not a problem. So here we have a stop sign, and I just want to roll onto the throttle. That was pretty good. That was also good. Now I have a straight road ahead of me. Just want to give it maybe 25% throttle. Oh my God! Whoa! That was a quarter throttle, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, this thing picks up speed fast. Let's give it a little bit more. Just make sure that there's nobody above this hill. A little bit more. Whoa! All right, okay. That is... Oh my God! Oh my God! Guys, that is the fastest car I've ever driven by a mile. Oh, that is so much fun. I have goosebumps on goosebumps. The sound that thing makes. Now, this thing needs all-wheel drive. It so needs it. It needs all-wheel drive because the back is dancing around. And I want to make sure that I get as much grip as possible because things can go wrong very, very quickly if you're on a turn and you get a boost spike or you get a bunch of boost coming in when you don't really expect it. Man, this basically knocked the wind out of me. It's without a doubt this is the fastest car I've ever driven. Eric, you are a god. And there's a car in front of me. I don't want to go nuts here. But I'm just trying to collect my thoughts, everybody. I'm sorry I'm a little speechless, but I can't stop smiling, and my hand is just filled with goosebumps. Now, all the it seems like all the gauges are fine, all my temperatures are fine, pressures are fine, and nothing seems to be on fire or giving me a lot of smoke back there. But holy moly, is this car fast. This is the low boost setting, by the way. This is just low boost. So I'm just gonna crawl back into my driveway here, and I'm gonna allow my brain to catch up with what just happened. It is, this car is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. I am incredibly impressed. I am incredibly impressed. So here's what I learned. Number one, make sure the air conditioning is working on this car because, yeah, this is not a good look. But number two, oh my God, is this car fast. Now, it's really hard to convey a sense of speed on video, especially when you have higher frame rates. It doesn't really look as fast as it is, but this thing was pushing me back physically, which is, I mean, it's quite a lot of force. So this thing, I'm not sure what it's going to do on another dyno. I'm definitely very curious to see what it does on something like a Dynojet or a Dynapack, because I wager it's not going to be 620 horsepower. It'll be closer to 800. So, and that's at the wheels. So we might actually be at the around about 1,000 horsepower mark, depending on what dyno you go to. But for now, 900 or roundabouts to the crank is very respectable, and it's also extremely scary because I've never driven a car this fast and I've never owned a car this fast. But I definitely need to respect the machine. I need to know where its limits are, and I definitely need to know where my limits are. So I'm sure that's gonna be really fun figuring that out, but right now I have to get this car ready for the body shop. That's gonna be coming up in the next episode. You're gonna see what I have to do to get this car, well, ready for the car then to get ready, but I figured out that I am not going to put on a bumper for now. I'm just going to leave the bumper as is, because when I do a reveal, with all my subscribers locally, I think this is going to be the piece de resistance. People are going to want to see this, so I'm going to leave this exposed for now. You know, we are doing some hot boy stuff, and I do want to hot boy a little bit, but we're going to leave it like this for now, because I am also planning on getting the tail lights from a LP560, LP570, the upgraded tail lights, because I do have that LP560 bumper in my garage. So this is going to look updated from the back end. From the front end, I have an update as well, and also we're going to fix all this stuff, so this car is going to be looking good. It sounds awesome, and it is the fastest car I've ever driven, and I've said that plenty of times in this episode alone. So that's it. So if you'd like to contact me, you can do so at The Real Tavarish. That is Instagram and Twitter. Facebook.com/AskTavarish and AskTavarish@gmail.com is my email, and I do read every single one that you guys send me. I love talking to you guys. I love hearing your comments and suggestions. If you'd like to buy a shirt that tells everybody that you indeed are the warranty, then you can buy one at the Teespring link down below. Every single dollar from profit goes directly to charity. Last month it went to the Open Road Foundation. This month is going to go to another charity, so rest assured it's going to go to a good cause, and you get a cool shirt. If you'd like to listen to me talk with my good friend Andrew Howell, you can do so at the podcast link down below. We actually are working on new podcasts right now, and we're doing a whole major redesign, so that should be a lot of fun. But until next time, this is me telling you that on cars like my Lambo that are now almost tuned to perfection, you guys need to wrench every day.